everyone, thank you so much for joining me. So I am Lisa, pro makeup artist of 16 years, and the fur you can see moving around, that's Ludo the cat, who decided to come help me do this episode today, and he's just hit the camera as well, thank you. So in today's video I'm going to talk about my favourite summer foundations. They all have different purposes. Oh, he's going to jump away now. Bye Ludo, thank you for your contribution, I appreciate it. As I was saying, my top summer foundation, and one common theme you'll see is that these all really sit in that tinted moisturizer category. And I would really appreciate it if you enjoy this video, hit that like button and subscribe, hit that bell. It really supports and helps me out. And that's what I need right now, all your support and help. If you enjoyed this video, please leave any comments below. So let's get to it. So I'm going to start with a true classic, which is the no, it's not. It's the Complexion Rescue by bareMinerals, a tinted hydrating gel cream. This has an SPF 30. This is the shade Buttercream. The shade range in this is fantastic. bareMinerals are a cruelty-free brand also, so tick many boxes there, and I believe this is a vegan formula too, but again, don't quote me on that. It's a really nice gel-like consistency, so this is a really good option if your skin is on the more normal to dry side. If you want to use this with an oilier skin type, you can of course, but it just requires a bit of a different skin prep underneath this as well. So it leaves this gorgeous luminosity to the skin, but what I like about it, it's not glittery, it just looks like beautiful, radiant, glowing skin. I've used this for many years, got it in my kit. I really like it as a lightweight option, yes. So another real classic is the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Natural Skin Perfector. So these actually come in a variety of formulations. So this is their kind of standard one. They also do an oil-free version, and I believe an illuminator. They have rebranded and repackaged and reformulated. They've redone everything basically on these. So I'm pretty sure there's still an illuminator one, but there's definitely an oil-free one. So this again is a gel weight formula. So at first, I guess it would look quite kind of thick, but it's just this gel weight formula. This is super hydrating on the skin. It leaves this, again, gorgeous radiance to the skin, this dewiness, but not in a wet way. This would be fantastic for someone who's looking for that light tint layer. This also has an SPF of 30 in it with the UVA and B protection in it, so you'll know you're getting a really good sun factor protection. As a general rule of thumb, I will always apply my SPF just as a separate layer, because with this you don't necessarily apply an even layer of it everywhere, and that's why. But you know, it's quite handy if you just need something quick to pop on and you want a little bit of you want that protection in there. But I would still highly recommend popping on your SPF, you know, here. So this is a newer addition for me, and this is the Estee Lauder Future Hydra Rescue Moisturizing makeup, SPF 45 in there. This is a bit more of a liquidy product versus the other two we felt, and this probably gives a little bit more coverage than the initial two we spoke about. Again, this is really good for someone with quite dry skin, if you're quite concerned with texture as well, because it just smooths very easily on the skin. Skin again looks glowing, radiant, but just through the texture of the product rather than particles of glitter or anything like that. I mean, it's got that classic Estee Lauder kind of smell. It smells almost like cucumbers. It smells really fresh, really easy to blend. What I love about all of these, you don't necessarily need a foundation brush to apply them. You can just, what I like to do is dot them on and then just spread it with my fingers, because that gives you the easiest way to apply if you don't have access to a brush or just being lazy. All your brushes need cleaning and you think it's better to use clean hands. So this is actually more of a foundation, but this is a skincare hybrid. This is GIVENCHY Prisme Libre Skincare Glow. So this is an infusion of skincare into a foundation. It's quite a lightweight coverage, and And what I really like about this is it really looks like a second skin. Blends really easily, it looks very seamless and luminous. I've got lots of compliments actually from when I worn this on camera. It's mildly fragranced but nothing, it's almost quite fresh. Salty sea air, that's what I'm getting from it. But it just gives this beautiful kind of veil of perfection, which I absolutely love in a summer foundation because it's a real hybrid of a lot of skincare and it just makes the skin look really expensive without being heavy or anything. Just do the appropriate prep. This would probably be better for like a normal skin type, or even, yeah, to a dry skin type. You might need a bit more, you might need a nice kind of moisturizer underneath this to really give the best effect. And equally, again, if you've got an oilier skin type, go lighter with your skincare underneath. But this would still really work with just powder in the right places on the T-zone. But just love the finish of that one, it's gorgeous. So if you want something with a bit more luminosity to it, but you also want long wear and I don't know what I just said. So can't beat a good old CC from IT Cosmetics to give you that long wear, complexion enhancing, but still quite invisible. It's got a lot of technology in there, and this is really lovely because it illuminates the skin, so it makes it look like it's glowing from within through kind of clever technology within it. So this one kind of feels a bit thicker, so a little goes a long way. And how I like to apply it actually, so I'll just show you. I've got a bit of a base on, but more is more. I dot it on like so, and you can either use a brush or your finger like this, and you can see it just adds to it just makes the skin look flawless, and it doesn't necessarily look heavy or like makeup. They also do the original one. I've not actually tried the original one. I do want to try it, but I just haven't got round to it. And they also do an oil-free version too. I do find that the colour as this sets slightly does oxidize a little bit, so bear that in mind. That just means as it dries the color goes a little bit darker, so do bear that in mind when you're choosing your shade. You can see how easily and quickly that blended. So with all of these I quite like to dot it on, then spread, whether with that's a finger or a brush, because you just don't get that streak mark and that heaviness from it. I love these. This comes with a SPF 50 protection from UVA and B, which is phenomenal, so you know you're getting that high level protection. This is a really great all-rounder, and even though this is quite luminizing, this does work really nicely on oily skin because of the formulation within it, because it does kind of, I don't know, it's just really clever. The technology in it just kind of blurs the skin and makes it look perfected. Obviously, if you're really concerned, you can go for the oil-free version of the original formula. This had to be in there. The NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. This is a gorgeous formula, SPF 30, this one. Fantastic colour range as well. I think most of these products do have a really good colour range that I have mentioned. This one I love because of how it works, and this I find loves the fingers to really get in there and warm. This loves heat in particular, and look how that just blends in and looks like a second skin. So if you're looking for quite a bit of coverage, let's say you're used to wearing a double wear or something really full coverage, but you wanted to turn it into a tinted version, this is the product to go for because it does look like a second skin. It does give a really, like a probably medium coverage to it, and the finish is gorgeous. It's like a refined, matte, natural looking skin. It's got a little bit of reflection. It just mimics skin. I can't say that anymore. I love this formula. This works on all skin types. If you are on the slightly dry side, you might need to do an extra bit of hydrating layer of skin prep. Don't go too wild because obviously you won't be sliding off throughout the day. But I love this. It's just amazing, and the coverage really surprises me. I remember using this on a friend who's used to wearing literally full coverage everything, and I was like, I'm going to tell you what it is at the end because I knew that she'd judge it from the name. But this gives a really good long wear. It just makes you look amazing, and yeah, incredible shade range. Love you. MAC Face and Body had to be in there. This has actually been renamed to Radiant something. I'll pop a picture of what it looks like here for you so you know what to look for now. This is a cult classic. This always lives in my kit. And what MAC have done, have actually extended the shade range. They'd always had a pretty decent shade range, but the numbers almost jump, because this was designed for makeup artists, and as makeup artists, rather than carrying every single product colour that's available, we tend to kind of have every odd colour, increments of shades, so we can mix them to create the perfect one. It basically saves our backs. We carry a lot around with us. So what they've done is, because this is a real bestseller at MAC and a lighter weight option, they've added more shades and a new undertone or two in it as well, which is fantastic. Just more option. So what I love about this as well, it's quite a liquid base, and there's a real secret to using face and body, because when you first use it, it's quite watery. So if you go in, say, with a brush straight away, it'll be quite streaky. You won't really get good control of the product. So I've got 2 tips for you, top tips. Use the gacky bit around the top of the nozzle or in the lid, because that will have dried down a little bit, so it's a little bit more powdery, and it will just give you the most gorgeous, perfected, like mannequin skin. Okay, tip number 2, if you're just squirting it out like that, you can either leave it to dry a little bit. Who's got time for that? Police is coming for you, because they're like, no one got time for that. So what you do is, I'm just going to take this little bit and warm it up. So I'd either do this on, rub it in my hands like that, or you can rub it like this. And I'm warming it up, and you will, once you've done it for like at least 30 seconds or so, like now I can feel that product has changed. Think of it like whipping cream. You get a little bit more resistance through it. So I just want to show you that side by side. So can you see how this hasn't been whipped and it hasn't got that sheen, while this, it's a bit more dull down, the radiance to it, but it still looks like skin. It is incredible. It's called face and body because it is used a lot on limbs. Like, I've applied this to countless models at Fashion Week or on shoots. If you've got like red raw knuckles or fingers or ears, it's such a good product, but you do have to do that warming up beforehand, or else it doesn't do it justice, basically. So I mean, this is an added extra bonus because I simply love this foundation. This does go into more foundation territory. It's the Armani Luminous Silk. I mean, I know it's not a tinted moisturiser. Look, I'm nearing the end of that bottle. It's not coming out. This is dreamy. It just looks, this almost behaves like a tinted moisturiser. Makes the skin just look, it's called, what's it called again? Luminous Silk. And that's exactly, it looks like you've popped a layer of silk all over your skin and you just look like glowing perfection. It's got very fine powders within it, so it makes the skin look really perfected and just yummy, basically. It makes the skin look really grown up. So if you're wanting to go into foundation territory, that's where to go to. I mean, I've mentioned, okay, realistically, these 3 are technically foundations, but I'd say they almost straddle that foundation tinted moisturiser vibe because of the ingredients within there and what they do, basically. I wanted to give Armani a massive shout out because this was a sample given in Vogue, and look how wonderful is that. They've got 4 different shades, so it's really inclusive. That's amazing. And this is what more brands should be doing, because it's really including everyone in there. So everyone has something close to their skin tone that they can give the product a good old try. Brilliant, Armani. Love it. That is it. Let me know if you've enjoyed this video and what you think of it. Tell me your favourite summer foundation or tinted moisturiser below as well, because I love to know what you're using and why you love it. Let me know what other product videos you'd like to see, because I know this isn't something I do always, but I've really enjoyed doing this. It was great fun. Let me know if you've got any other questions, because I always reply below. And if you're not following me on Instagram, see you there, my friends. All the details are listed below of all the products. Have a lovely evening, and until next time. Hi everyone. So we've got a special guest joining us today. Ludo just wanted to sit directly in front of the camera. I think he's thinking about moving. He's not really sure. Are you? Or shall I just do the video like this?